Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while a choir goes, savings coming at ya, savings coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see your practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
There you go.
I want to test the mic.
Testing?
Yeah, test the mic first.
Testing mic one.
Yeah.
Testing.
Yeah, make sure my mic is...
I'm going to make sure everyone's on the same frequency.
All right.
Sure, we're all on the level.
Okay,
Yeah.
make sure we're all doing good. What is those, root beer beers? Or?
No, it's the Raging Bitch.
IPAs.
The Raging
Belgian
Bitch.
IPA. Because, when I think of fucking pasty Belgians, I think of a Raging Bitch.
That's right.
Fucking
All right,
look at
let's,
that.
Zombie, can you
Dog.
test your
Chili
mic?
Jake's on
I'm
there?
testing my mic right now.
When I think of a raging bitch,
Do I
think of
sound mediocre enough?
when I think of a raging bitch, I think of a
think I
small
sound pretty
man from
mediocre.
Staten Island.
Someone's on a power trip.
All right, let's listen
man.
back. It's Greg's mic
Oh.
again. Test your mic.
Testing mic one. Testing mic one.
All right, test Farouk's mic.
Testing Farouk's mic. Testing Farouk's mic.
Because Mateo doesn't talk into the mic.
No, I know.
Yeah,
He talks at the mic.
He doesn't talk into the mic. I know that, but
And the mic
my
dodges
mic
him.
was a little low last
low?
week.
Okay.
It was fine. You could sometimes I don't know. It depends on where I hold it.
Email in, whatever. Okay.
Testing Farouk's mic.
We're on now.
We're on now.
Yes, now
Oh, this
we're
is
on.
exciting. Are you excited?
I'm fucking ecstatic.
We start every episode with "Are you excited?" for now on.
Yeah.
First
If your
appearance.
nipples aren't hard, you're not really listening.
I want to start every show by throwing John Zombie through a table. Let the chaos begin.
You bring the table.
Well, you bring the body.
First appearance for Antonio here.
Been a long time.
2019.
Hey, what's your name again?
Who is this?
Who are you?
I haven't been in the studio in so long. I come here. He's got a brigade. It's like the Bunny Ranch when you walk in. All the little figurines are ready.
Well, before the show, Antonio was explaining to Zombie, giving him advice about coming on figurines.
Yeah. It's a very popular subreddit.
There's a very. I'm not subscribed to it because me and my family we like to troll together on Reddit. I don't want them seeing anything fucked up to scar my little boy, like some grown men jizzing on these beautiful, delicious, delectable figurines.
It would be funny if people were jizzing on like toy soldiers and like kid stuff.
I would do it. I would jerk off on like 90s nostalgia, like the yo-yo with the
By the way,
brain.
Zombie, you might want to clear up Batman's wing there.
Did you let somebody come on your Gundams? I see you like paint those Gundams.
He said,
I paint exclusively with semen. It's semen and food coloring.
yeah, it's a blank canvas.
I finish it off with a little saliva like a champ.
You're quite the artist these days.
I am. I've been
You're always
been,
cooking on the Instagram.
I'm cooking. I cooked a very King Geep meal. I love the Geep. I love Joe Namoli. He likes to share these meals.
Joe Namoli's not a household name, but
He's not a household name. He's a household name to me. In the Gerardo house, he's 2 for 2 with his meals.
Joe Namoli is a very funny comedian from Staten Island. He makes these great videos of him cooking.
Yeah.
And you take a liking to these videos.
I do, yeah. He speaks to my soul. He fucking puts butter, roasted garlic, and everything.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to slowly kill me through coronary artery disease. He goes, I know. He's trying to, he probably thinks, this guinea. He's my competition. There's only room for one King Geep in this town.
Yeah.
And I've been lying low lately because I've been trying to find out how to make money for John Zombie with people jizzing on these figurines.
Zombie has these great figurines, and you come in here, you're like, why don't you let people jerk off?
He walks in, he sees dollar signs.
I see, listen. You see a load. You see a lonely guy with a load in his pants, and I see a guy who you're going to make happy.
I mean, there's a reason I coated them all in Teflon.
Well,
so,
doesn't Zombie look like a guy who does jerk off on figurines?
Here's what I noticed about Zombie for the first time. I noticed he has tape on his webcam on his laptop.
Wow.
Who's going to be watching you jerk off? There's so many people they could spy on. That
You
would be
never know.
a treat to watch jerk.
Do you do that because of the government? Are you that
I don't know.
paranoid?
Not like the government, just like any like random person. I don't know. Just like have.
Why don't you just jerk off with your phone like everyone else
Yeah.
does?
I use an iPad.
Just jerk off outside. Be a people
They can get
person.
into any camera. You never know.
Do you
But why
really-
you? Do you have anything shady that you don't want the government
Pretty
to know?
soon, everyone's
But no,
dick.
it's like supposedly it's like, I think it's like I think it's my brother's father-in-law like said something like companies like Amazon can like maybe like access your camera and they see like what like stuff you have like hanging on your wall behind
But
you.
pretty soon, everyone's
and
dick's going to be
just,
on the
like, sell
internet.
you stuff based on that.
Zombie, do you think we could take the tape off and I'll put my dick in front of your computer? And I'm
Wait.
sure there's no big deal.
Sure,
So-
go right ahead. Yeah,
All
let's
right,
put it
guys,
off
let's
right
make some
now.
magic
Yeah.
happen.
But wait a minute. No, you can leave it on. I don't want you rearranging your
Yeah,
life.
Yeah, I don't want you to cross any moral lines.
But
I don't even know, you know what?
like-
Truthfully, I don't even know why I bother the tape because I have like one of those those Amazon Echoes, like and those things listen to
You're
you too.
obsessed with the Amazon. You can know you just don't have to
all
buy.
about
He's a
the
slave to the
product.
Amazon.
If they-
Amazon's big pharma.
If they're looking at you and they're like, "Hey, this guy's a big Bob Ross fan,"
They're like, whoa.
you don't have to buy.
I
the
was
product.
saying though that pretty
yeah, no, I
soon everyone's dick is going to be on the internet. There's going to be a video of everyone masturbating on the internet, so they're not going to be able to blackmail you anymore.
But it's like even already as it is, so if you just go on the Amazon website,
You're afraid of everyone seeing how little your penis
or
is.
even like the Amazon. No,
You just don't want people to see how little your penis is. Just admit it. It's
I've
all
seen
right.
Bobby Sheen's penis.
Yeah,
so
we
it
all
can't
have.
be that bad.
Bobby Sheen is a penis, but yeah.
Did you used to go into those like little chat roulettes?
Yeah.
No, I never did the chat roulette.
I had a lot of fun in chat roulette. my dick's made a lot of cameos in chat roulette.
I used to go into shock rooms earlier this decade. Oh man, it's called shock rooms.
Shock room.
And like it'll be like 4:00 in the morning, come home drunk, and didn't have a good night that night. And I would like pick on like a single mother, and I'll start like chatting.
But
with
the
her on
game,
there.
you know, the cam to cam game, it's all for the gays now. There's no women jerking off on the internet anymore.
No.
I mean, you could do it at Snapchat, but then you had to show your face.
I would
Like, you
make,
can't be an anonymous penis guy.
Who is this random penis?
You can't be round belly anonymous penis guy. Like,
like penis Pokemon.
Well, you're-
Who's that penis?
you're sad boner, just jerking off.
Could you jerk off with like the V for Vendetta mask? Like, could you be like artsy about
And
it?
like,
I'd creep people out.
yeah, talk with like those radioactive voices.
No, joke of the
Show me your tongue.
Richard Nixon mask. I am not a cuck.
That's pretty, okay. I like that.
That's a great reference for like the for Darren's cruise show.
Yeah. Now what you got to
Oh
do
boy, I
is
just got myself booked.
now what you got to do is if you really want to get off by people watching you masturbate, you got to go into prison mode.
What's prison mode?
That means you would let guys watch you masturbate. You gotta be like, yo, this is a jungle with no women.
The other night,
And I'm gonna let this dude watch me jerk off. Show me your tongue, Rex. You want me to call you Rex?
the other night we came home from a show, and Rob and I have numerous alt accounts, as everyone knows. And let's just say,
Oh, wait, what? I gave my credit card number to Casamano.
let's just say Joey Cusimano and Paul Gluck were on some girl's Facebook while she was live.
She was live streaming.
live
Yeah.
streaming,
Chatting.
and we were just ripping her up.
Instagrams.
And just like these people, like going, like these pathetic people, like it's like
They live stream with this.
they live
woman.
stream with her, and they're like in a conversation, and like
She's like, her thing was, hey, come into my box. You know, I guess a little wordplay doesn't help.
yeah. We were just ripping her up.
And it was so much fun, though. We were making fun of
Oh, it
like
was
this
so
one
much-
black
it
guy.
really was
This
fun.
black guy was like talking to her, and I'm like, "Hey, keep it down. You're for the people that you're trying to rob in that house." He's like, "Yo, they racist. Who's this Paul Gluck guy?"
It's a good way to spend a good hour.
So on
Thursday.
Facebook, so that they're allowed to show like scandalous webcams or
No, she wasn't. But she wasn't.
was she
really,
trying
No,
to
it wasn't
get you
a-
to go to her cam site?
No. She was a singer.
Oh,
Yeah. She was just the person that was live streaming. It's like when John Kirshner does that thing that he does.
Kirshner.
Like-
Because when you say come in, she was trying to get people to come in her box.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man.
No, it was just
She's
creative.
leaving nothing to the imagination.
No,
Her,
it was just creative wordplay. That's all that was, because box and come and that's
she's a gamer. She wants you to come into her Xbox, follow her, play Minecraft, or
No, because a little
Fortnite.
a box would pop up on the screen. That's what she was
Is
saying.
that, was
yeah.
she trying to make like a porn parody
What a
of
clever
Bird
little-
Box?
No,
Cum
what,
Box?
it wasn't a porn parody. It was on Facebook.
Cum Box.
It was on
And we were just
Facebook.
going on there.
Listen,
we
anything's
were, and
porn
we were
if you're desperate enough.
we were teasing. Oh, we were just teasing. her.
Classic bull breaking.
Classic bullying.
Gunslingers.
Oh man, Zombie! I notice Antonio is probably your favorite guest to have over.
He
I'm trying to make this guy money.
He's very happy. with
He
us.
ranks up there. He ranks up there.
Right, Antonio, and who's your least favorite?
You can tell me.
I'll give you a wild guess. Go ahead. Just any random guess. Go ahead. Say a name.
Rob?
No,
Yeah, it's totally
I'm up
Rob,
there. I'm on the hierarchy.
It's Rob Mateo Pascal. That's what it is.
Hold on. Now, who supersedes me as your favorite guest?
Yeah, I'm
I want to know who I need to fucking whack this weekend.
I think you're. I would say you're probably number one.
He likes Matt Maron when Matt Maron came.
So
in.
when Matt Maron's here, he's number one. I was like,
he's
oh,
got a
that's-
phone call.
Some random person calling
maybe it's
me.
Mateo's outside wants to wash his hands. I was eating poison ivy.
So what'd you go to a nice little show last night?
Yes, I saw this guy who Rob surprisingly knew his kid sister.
Were you allowed to go on stage? Because we weren't last night.
I asked if I could warm up the crowd. They were an easy crowd. This guy, is fucking.
Were you on time to this show? Because
I showed up an hour late, but they still respected my my seats to sit in the seats I paid for.
You said your seeds or your seat?
My well, I did have some sunflower seeds. They got in my teeth. I had to spit them on the floor.
Who'd you see again? What was his name?
This guy, his name's Derek Huff. He's
Julianne Hoff's brother. Juliana Hoff or
Julianne Hoff.
What is he,
He
an
calls
old-
her Jules. He was like, "Oh, my sister Jules."
Don't we
he's
all?
an old song and dance man.
Yeah, he does ballroom dance.
Let me ask you a question. Now, is his music a real toe tapper?
Well, no, he just he covers other people's songs. He's not an innovator.
Okay. Oh, he's a piece.
He's a regurgitator.
So
he
he
takes.
probably sucks.
Yeah, he's listen.
like Richard
the
Cheese?
missus liked him, and I wanted to get laid that night.
Now,
So it was like, all right.
When you go to the
We haven't recorded yet.
now, when you
All right,
go
we're
to,
back from that flub.
when you go to the theater, do you wear white gloves?
I do, and they're very polite to me. They're always like, "Oh, master, your seats are right here, master. I'm going to rub your feet, master. You look very tired, master."
Who are you going to the theater with?
I'm sorry. This is, I went to the reenactment of Lincoln's assassination.
There was one episode of this podcast where we could not air because of how racist.
Did I tell you to message him?
pretty sure we
Did I tell you
aired-
to message him and tell him if he's going to come on not to be so fucking racist?
I'm pretty sure we've aired every unairable episode except for that one with Nick.
Hey, I've been making you guys a lot of money on Patreon. Those Patreon exclusive and keeping the lights on the zombie estate.
We don't have a Patreon. You've been donating.
Put him in fucking Casumano again.
It's Kuzma.
Casumano. You know him as long as I call him the cash. The cash
Come
man.
to Katsumano.
Come
Yeah.
to Casa. Casamia.
No,
No, but it was fun though. Derek Hoff, he sings, he dances a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
No, I was at the Beacon Theater. It was a nice joint.
That's where Louis C.K. did his thing, right? He did
with the
special there.
masturbation thing. Or his stand-up.
Imagine if he was just masturbating in front of figurines the entire time.
The guy knows how to make a lucrative career.
Let me ask you something. This Derek Huff, he's a Fanuc?
Well, I don't know, is he?
No, he has a girlfriend. He fucks as far as I know. He's not one of these incels, as I hear.
These incels?
These incels.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this Derek Huff. How much for tickets? This guy's probably
They
making-
banged me out for a good, I think, 75 a ticket.
I want to do. Remember that movie Interstellar? I want to do Interstellar.
A bunch of dudes in space who don't fuck.
It's Matthew McConaughey who doesn't. He goes all the way to his face, just not to fuck anyone.
All right.
It's like about like it's like my apartment.
Oh yeah, it's where you live.
It's like me bringing like just. Like, bookers
This
back
is
to
a
my
very.
apartment.
This looks like this place was designed by Christopher Nolan.
If Christopher Nolan, you want to make money
I do
from
have several
figurines.
Batman statues.
What type of shirt you got there?
Biff's Auto Detail.
I thought it said riffs.
Yeah.
Oh, Riffs.
I thought it said
you
riffs.
could riff if you
Oh,
want.
Biffs.
Biff's Auto. I wish I could get in that
beer?
DeLorean and think of coming on figurines before. Be the innovator.
You're a big Back to the Future guy, right?
Yeah.
You like that movie.
You could say that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
You're not a fan of the trilogy?
I mean,
No.
you could drive like a freight train through the plot holes in that movie, but you know.
You know what
I don't
it
really.
is?
I never got it. I watched it. Maybe I saw the first
it's
three.
very-
right? I saw all three.
There's only
Let me
three.
say-
There's
Yeah.
only three.
Well, this should be four.
Let me say, it's a very white guy movie.
Yes,
No,
true. White
absolutely.
people
Oh,
love
very-
it.
White people love that movie because it's the ultimate white guy fantasy. He's like an 18-year-old
Goes back to
kid.
fuck his mom.
He's an 18-year-old kid, right? Like, but he's not like Michael J. Fox. That's why I never liked Michael J. Fox because he was always a young kid, but he always played like a cool guy, like
Cool.
No, I
The
just
hipster.
I just really hate people with Parkinson's disease. That's why I hate people.
He's hard to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
The camera always goes out of
Well, this
focus.
is before he had Parkinson's.
Oh, either way.
I'm Back to the Future.
You know what's a funny thing about Back to the Future? It was rated. The original
Nothing.
was
It's not funny at all.
Wait until you hear the wacky twist, the Gonzo twist. It was a PG movie, and this was like what 84,
85, 1985 it came out.
and there was attempted rape in the movie.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And it was just like that could get you a PG rating
Yeah.
in the 80s.
Yeah, that
It
was
a little casual.
That was
you know?
attempted rape.
They were just getting. He was about to get his rape on, and
Yeah.
then they were just like, "Oh, smack a PG rating."
Get your damn hands off her.
Listen, you can watch this little rape scene, but you need a parent.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a huge fan of that movie. I don't like Michael J. Fox.
I mean, I liked him. Though,
That's your boy?
That's your guy. These
That's
days?
your Teen Wolf?
in retrospect, like out of all 3 movies, like the third one kind of pretty much undoes like the first 2.
Well, that's when he goes back
in
in time to be like a cowboy or something like
You
that.
should go back in time and kill himself in the movie.
that would work.
He should go back in time and not give himself Parkinson's.
Maybe he
Well,
should
you would think you would go to the future and get the cure for Parkinson's and bring him.
He was too busy trying to get raped or something. I don't know what the fuck.
Stop raping my mommy, so I could fuck her first.
Big time travel guy got Parkinson's.
Yeah, look what happened. You go back in time, you come back all shaky and shit. You can't fucking slurring.
Just do a remake where Biff actually succeeds in raping his, and Biff becomes his father.
That would be hilarious if actually Biff wants to go back into the future just to rape Marty McFly's mother. He's like, he
goes
fail
back-
once.
He goes back in time to help his younger self commit the rape. That would be weird. You want to rape in your prime.
Yeah,
I
because
would
that was like
guess.
wasted opportunities. Like the second one, it's like his older self goes back to
He becomes
like,
a
goes
McFly
back to-
bitch boy.
He's like, and gives him like the fucking all.
He's like, look what I
sports.
look what
could
I
have like fucked. Like he could have fucked.
Here's another
Lorraine.
weird thing about that movie, right? Why was an 18-year-old high school kid hanging out with this wacky professor?
Obviously,
that guy wanted to fuck him.
Obviously,
Definitely.
they were like sex partners for years.
Doc?
Doc, all right? Yeah.
Old Doc Brown.
Who's probably molesting because he was like kicked out. Everyone's like, that guy's a kook.
Yeah.
That's what you did back then to pedophiles.
Yeah, you didn't shame them like that. You just got rid of them and pawned them off to the next town. Yeah,
Stay away from that guy. That guy's going to try to put you in a time travel machine and fuck you in the ass. That's what they did back then. So this Spielberg wrote the movie, right?
Yeah.
He's a fucking.
I have a weird Willy Wonka theory.
Yeah.
Right? I have a
Hold on,
weird-
let's-
okay,
let me
I'm
finish
sorry.
with
Let me get that weird
I
theory.
want to get
Yeah,
the
yeah, I have a-
weird Willy Wonka theory.
Can I just give it to you?
Give it to me.
Can I give it to you? That the reason why he let all those kids in, right, was that he needed like he was supplying. I think what Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, he was supplying candy to pedophiles. That's what I think.
Keep the town quiet.
No, because pedophiles, what do they use to lure children? Candy. He was supplying all this free candy to pedophiles in that
And he
town.
wanted a piece of the action.
No piece. He was just the guy. He's like their pusher.
He was the guy. He would be the guy who would be like, zombie, you got these beautiful figurines. I don't see any cum on them.
They look
wasting
bone
your
dry
money.
to me.
Here's what I would say
What do you
about
th-
Back to the Future, though.
Wait, hold on. What do you think of that theory?
It's not bad. Go
Okay, go on.
I lost my train of thought now.
Oh, my bad. I just wanted to know. All right.
What were you
We
going
can
to
say
say
about
about
that.
that?
No, if Biff went to the future, got the cure for Parkinson's, came back and said, listen, you let me rape your mom, I'll give you the cure. And that puts a real character pinch on Marty Boy.
Yeah.
So do I get cured of this horrible?
Oh, and then back to
disease?
that, and also Doc Brown. You know, you have to go to 88 to get the DeLorean to go in the...
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I think that's how many milligrams of chloroform he needed to get Marty to fall asleep before he pumped him in the ass.
I'm telling you, that's what's going on in that
There's a lot of
movie.
subtext in that movie.
Back to the Future. Dark movie.
Zemeckis, that was the dude who wrote it.
Robert
Zemeckis. He directed Forrest Gump
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
and Flight.
Another movie about a shaky retard.
So this guy loves casual rape and PG movies and giving AIDS to retards.
You ever see that movie Splash with Tom Hanks? Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah. He fucks a mermaid in the movie.
Really? What
Daryl
does
Hannah.
pussy look like? Look like Sebastian
She
the
don't-
singing crab?
It looks it looks like a fin, but it smells like pussy because it's a fish.
Every couple of years, I'll like read the newspaper, and some fucking broad thinks she's a mermaid.
That's true. Yeah.
She'll be like, "I'm a mermaid." It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah. It's
You're a whore.
It's worse when they think they're men.
You're a stupid whore.
Yeah.
Well, at least if they're a mermaid, it's an excuse for why that pussy stinks.
That's right. It smells like fish. You fucking slut.
Hey, I just made that joke.
Well, great minds think alike.
You guys listening?
Let's be. Zombie, what do you think of women these days? Overrated, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Overrated.
Totally overrated. Yeah. totally
That's why you got to get on that cam to cam strangers with everyone get to the prison mode.
Now, when you let dudes jerk off to you in prison
I
mode,
was only kidding. I don't do that.
I'm just saying, hypothetically, you wanted to make money on the side when you're not coming on figurines. I'm just saying, like, would you enable the group chat? Do you want to hear what these horn dogs have to say about your cock?
I told you I don't do it.
In the hypothetical.
And the hypothetical, no, you wouldn't want fucking. You don't want.
I would be one of the puss bags who would disable the chat.
Right.
Oh, were you talking about disabling? Oh, you were talking about like the comment section,
Yeah.
like at like what's it called? What is that? Chatterbait? Like talking about chatter, like
Chat
that.
yeah, we could like.
If that were me, no, because I love interaction, baby.
I would write, show your face.
It's like anonymous penis.
No. He's like, you like it? Yeah.
Stroke slower.
He's fucking like typing one finger. You like it?
That's the part that sucked.
You like it?
I used to go into like ChatterBait with like the female, and then she'll leave the room, and I'll just tell the couch, I'm like the couch, remove pillow.
I I used to go on there, and there was always the couple and the boyfriend who was like always intense. It was like a meth head boyfriend.
Yeah, he's like, oh, she does have great tits.
Yeah.
How are you, Sly Dog 61?
How are you? Oh, this guy wants to see me fuck her. Wants to see me fuck. Bend over real quick. Let me fuck you.
No. Send if you want to see me fuck her, send tokens. Okay.
Send Bitcoin.
Send some tokens. I don't hear. Oh, cha-ching. Oh, thank you, money man.
Clink, 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 clink.
Money man, stop. Oh, money man, you're so cute.
You want to see my pussy now so my kid could eat Lunchables tomorrow?
There was one I used to watch, and she had a kid.
Oh, so you had your favorite chatterbaiter?
There was always
I had a ton. Well, they give you.
Pick your
They
favorite
would go
guy.
on.
Hey, they give you an option. You
This
get
is
to
before my time.
you get to follow them for real. You get to follow them on ChatterBait, so you save them forever.
Chatterbait. I used shock rooms.
Oh, okay, whatever.
But same thing.
Same thing, and like one girl would just go on there all day. She'd be on there all day. She was like a fucking loser who lived off the government's tit. And she would just chat with these people, and every now and then she would show her tits, which was great. But one time, I go on her like cam, whatever,
right.
And I just hear her screaming at her kid,
right.
Just going, "Mama's got me on the internet all day to make money." Just go back to sleep.
God damn it.
My kid won't go to sleep. I can't show my tits. There was one. Her name was Sweet Eva. Okay, look her up. She's on Google.
That's fine.
You don't have to look her up.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, we don't. Have to.
But she was like she had like a rat face. Like,
yeah?
she was very creative. Like very, like she was so.
She looked like she would train 4 Ninja Turtles.
Oh, she's so weird looking. Old Splinter. Old Splinty face. And rats. And she was
There's a lot of layers to that one.
There was one where she had like an alcoholic husband, and one time, I think it's on YouTube. One time, a SWAT team went into their house and they started like arresting them, and they're like asked what the cam was. They're like, "What is this fucking device?" And she's like, she had to explain what she did all day. She was like, "It's for the internet. It's on the internet. The cables. She was like from Florida, from like Hicksville. They would fuck with her old like people just like comment like your tits are weird.
Oh, I love it. I would troll those sites.
Yeah, and she would start
that's
screaming at. And one time she was like just crying.
That's pretty funny.
And
I like know which one I used to. I mean, this is before I became woke and shit, because now I'm woke. And I would go into the trans one, like that, and I was like, "You're a man?" with a question mark.
Should I stop masturbating?
Like,
Up to it.
yeah, show your penis then.
You should be on a naked roast.
Show us your
Yeah, I used to do that.
yeah, no, that was all. It was classic internet. Earlier this late last decade.
the early interwebs.
Yeah.
Do you remember the humble beginnings of AOL chat rooms?
Oh, hell yeah.
ASL?
Oh, I love that.
Remember
shit.
Oh yeah,
Super Bowl
I was just
weekend?
thinking about that. The ASL,
ASL, right? Age,
sex,
And you'd be
location.
like, this MILF wants to trade pics of me, man.
I was
Meanwhile, it's your schoolmate from fucking 2 blocks.
my
over.
my ASL was always 18, female, and from Florida.
It's like your average mother in Florida.
Super
That's
Bowl
all right.
weekend, like 2001, I was on there and I was just fucking with people on chat. I was with all my friends. I'd be like, "Fuck you, you faggots!" And then I guess someone called the internet on us.
They called the entire internet on.
Yeah, the
Well, back
internet.
then in the 90s, the internet was just one guy.
Hey,
They shut down
Some
my
like
entire
40-year-old fat guy in his basement.
This is the internet. Could you stop fucking with people? Stop asking for a rose for the ladies. My friend used to go on.
doing is very inappropriate.
My friend used to go on. He would just find like a random female screen name and go, and he would go, "Hey, a rose for the ladies." Which
make a rose on the
He would
keys.
type it out with symbols.
Yeah. Not like emojis today.
yeah, today.
How about
That's
an
like
Irish
origami
rose?
for white guys.
This guy, he probably learned that because his father used to go on chat rooms all the time.
Yeah.
And he was like cheating on his mother.
On the
So,
internet.
on the
His
internet.
daughter. Oh,
Which, by the way, is classic 90s, like classic late 90s. I met this cool chick on the internet, man. We're gonna meet up. Now everyone meets up.
everyone
Totally
meets
have a
her.
girlfriend now.
So, but he was just like one time. It was like I got beat up one time, which is surprising, zombie, because I kicked everyone's ass. You know, but this one guy grabbed a hold of me, started throwing snow in my face, and I felt awful about it, and I was like, "Fuck!" I just got fucking beat up, and this kid was walking me back to my house.
So he beat you up and escorted you back.
No,
home?
no.
No,
That's a
your
nice-
friends.
My friend whose father's cheating on the internet. He turns around to me. I'm like, just like, fuck, I fucking feel awful. He just turns around to me and goes, you think you have it bad? My dad is on chat rooms all fucking day cheating on my mother. And he's going to leave her. I was like, what does that have to do with me?
The best part is that was his stepdad.
This guy threw a shoe at their mother, his mother. He started hopping.
Oh yeah, he started hopping fences in the backyard
Because the cops ran after him.
Yeah.
He was hilarious for numerous amount of reasons. There was a big raccoon problem in my neighborhood back in the late 90s.
Raccoon problem.
Yeah,
Raccoon. I told you to tell him to stop being so racist. That's fine.
Open up Patreon.
They're gonna call the internet on us.
Are you ready to take this load Patreon like I'm going to take a load to the fucking Chris Rock?
There's a
You remember-
huge-
no, yeah, Chris Rock from his
There was a
movies.
huge raccoon problem back in the late 90s
Yeah.
in my neighborhood, and my
It was getting into the
dad.
neighborhood.
My dad and a couple of the neighbors. This is going hard not to sound totally racist.
Could you just change it to possums?
So
Pussums?
So my dad and a couple of his friends went in my backyard, and they were like, "I'm gonna wait for the raccoons." I think they had like a net or whatever. So this guy my friend's father he was a younger guy. He was probably like in his late 20s, you know. But he has these two fucking rugrats. He was banging this piece of ass. Had a kid with her. These two rugrats aren't his kids. They smell like shit all day. You know.
Poor Tommy and
And
Angelica.
my dad was like, you know what, like, he's a younger guy. Let me take him under my wing, So he told this guy, he was like, hey, there's a raccoon problem around the neighborhood, and this guy was like, yeah, I know, I'm aware of it. So he's like, why don't you come over around 9:00? We'll drink some beers, and if we find these fucking raccoons, we'll put them in the fucking net. And he's like, that sounds like a plan to me. So my dad is in the backyard. He's with my uncle and my other neighbor, and they're drinking like Budweiser, classic Budweiser.
Hell yeah.
Pounding that having a good time back in the late 90s.
heavies.
It sounds like a fun fucking
They were
time.
pounding fucking brews with the nets, recording a podcast in the late
Right.
90s.
So this fucking lunatic comes walking in my backyard. He's dressed in camouflage.
Yeah.
Has the hat and has a shotgun.
Has the Elmer Fudd hat.
Has the helmet hat, has a BB gun, right? My dad's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why do you have a BB gun? He's like, we're going to kill some raccoons. He's fucking sitting there. Now my dad's praying there's no raccoons coming because this guy's going to want him shooting one. And then out of nowhere, I guess they fell asleep. Out of nowhere, he thought he heard a raccoon. And the guy literally stands up with the BB gun. And it's like, where is it? And they're just like, all right, you got to go home.
That's like fucking terrible. Like this guy's like all amped about the raccoon genocide.
He was a nut. One time, told my friend, my other friend. I'm sorry, my two friends were fighting on this random person's lawn, right? And my friend Athid, he was an Albanian kid. He got the best of my friend, whose father is a lunatic.
Yeah.
This guy's stepson, actually. So he went back. The kid goes back to the house and tells this stepfather. He's like, "Hey, I just got beat up," and he just lost it. He was like, "No fucking stepson of mine is going to get beat up." So,
Especially by an immigrant.
so he goes around looking for this kid, Athid, this Albanian kid, and we're in front of my house. We're in front of my house playing like wiffle ball, or whatever, and literally he takes the two sons down because it was the guy's brother. They were brothers. He's like, okay, first you're gonna beat him up, and then you're gonna beat him up.
You're going to jump in unethically, of course.
He was totally so.
It's like a WWE handicap match.
And this Albanian kid, Athid, this Albanian kid,
He's like Jimmy Hart, this guy.
this Albanian kid, Athid, is like 60 pounds because he's Albanian. They don't
He's
eat.
like the Brooklyn Brawler of the Mediterranean.
Yeah,
he's being
He's a
starved.
fucking jobber.
His cabinet consisted of just cans of beans.
So
lima beans.
So what happened was they're like this kid is beating the shit out of a Theed, like kicking the shit out of him. And then the guy, the stepfather, let's just call him Doug.
Good old Doug.
Doug goes, okay, boy, go get the other one. Now the other guy comes running in, shoulder blocks the Theed. like fucking.
It looked like high school football practice.
It's just like, I think he rock bottomed him.
Yeah.
So this is my good friend. These are all three of my good friends, but this one.
Are you just witnessing?
Yeah, I'm watching this. So I turned.
All three of them are friends.
I turned to the.
He's all out of breath.
I was in shock.
Yeah.
So I turned to the guy, Doug, the stepfather. I turned to him.
My boy's confined.
I'm like, what are you doing? Hang on. I go, wait, what was I going to say?
Yeah, all out of breath.
And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, this isn't fair. And the guy,
No, he said, but you told. I was there, and I remember him just going. Greg goes, but he didn't do anything.
So I go, but he didn't do anything. This isn't fair. And he goes, fair. I go, what? This isn't right. And then the guy, I'll never forget what he told me. And he looks down at me, this little chubby 9-year-old, and he goes, see this eye?
Pointing to his right eye.
To his right eye. He goes, do you think this eye cares? I looked up at him, and then my friend Athee's just getting beat up like it's the fucking like it's the Rock being jumped by the corporation.
No chance in hell.
It was like, life isn't fair in this neighborhood.
I mean, not that life didn't hand him the best set of cards. He names the Theed.
2 weeks later, he threw a shoe at his wife and was arrested by the cops. And then the mother goes to my house because my dad was friends with them, and their mother goes to my house, and like she's like explaining what happened, and my dad was like, listen, this fucking lunatic may come back here. God knows what's going to happen. You should leave. Like, that's what he told her. He's like, I don't know. What the fuck? What am I going to do? Like, you got to go. He might come back here and thinks I'm fucking you. Get the fuck out of here.
What did the Theed's Mediterranean beaner parents think about everything?
Oh, they were...
they weren't even aware.
They weren't
Actually,
aware.
It turned out, I think Atheed's father was fucking their mother. From what I hear. No, what's funny about that guy, the stepfather, I went over my friend's birthday party when we were like, I don't know, 8 years old. And it was right around the time when Fight Club had came out.
Oh, yeah.
So what this guy did, it was like 12 kids in the basement. He made us literally beat the shit out of each other just for his amusement.
Oh, yeah.
He must have saw Fight Club and was like, I can make my own Fight Club in this den. And like fucking, we're just beating the shit out of each
Also
other.
Fight Club or all the hot topics at the CPS were for.
He was great because he really was like a villain. I was fighting because that was another thing. When I first met this kid, this guy Doug's son.
Let's call him Jess.
This guy Jess. When I first met him, our first interaction was a fist fight, and I beat up the kid in front of his house, in front of the stepfather. And this was another situation. This guy was hilarious because I beat him up in front of the house, and then the kid ran back into the house to get his father. The father is now petting him. And it was, I beat him up, and Rob was like, "We should leave." And I was like, "No, I'm not going to leave. I'm in front of the guy's house. We're playing wiffle ball. Come on, there's 2 innings left. Come on."
I was something like a casual beating, like he was in the neighborhood. He's like, "Oh, I hate this kid."
Right? No, we were playing like wiffle ball, and
jet obligation.
His brother shoved me. They were such dirty fighters. His brother shoved me. I turned around, punched his brother in the face, and this guy Jess was like, "No one touches my brother!" And he comes running after me, and I fucking knocked him out. So I knocked out both of the boys. The guy Jess goes running to his house, crying like a little bitch. Goes to get his stepfather. Stepfather comes outside, and he's like, "All right, relax." And they're hanging out on the kid's stoop. And like we're watching the game, and I guess what was going on, they were planning a sneak attack. And he was like standing there ready, like he was just like standing there with the kid. And he's like petting the kid's head, and like
caressing it,
right, caressing the head. And all of a sudden, I throw a pitch, and all of a sudden, I see this kid Jess come running after me. I see the father like, "Oh, get him more!" And he comes running after me. And he's swinging like helicopter swings. So I was like, I just went like fucking jabbed him, and he went back down again. The father's like, "Get up, boy!"
I didn't raise no sissy.
and I beat him up again. So this is my first interaction with this kid. 3 weeks later, he invites me to his birthday party for whatever reason. But the birthday party is like this fucking underground fight club of 8-year-olds, 8 to 10-year-olds.
Did you have like the mattress, like the old mattress?
No, they had blocks. They're those fucking fucking
Mega Blocks?
Are those what they're called? You know, like the rubber blocks or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
No, it was a very childlike den.
Like the puzzle.
But it was a
puzzle piece?
gruesome fucking fight club that he made us. He had his all shirtless and shit.
He's like, all right, boys, winner gets a Capri Sun.
No socks.
Winner gets a fruit roll up.
Y'all all look thirsty.
Cherry
One of
flavor.
you?
You guys like
I want to see
gushers?
some blood for you.
So
there was blood, too.
So it's like a den in their house, and we're like, we think we're gonna have a sleepover and watch fucking wrestling. Sure enough, the guy's like, okay, first match, and then he goes, Jess versus Greg. So
And he knew there was a rivalry.
Yeah, and of course I beat him up. And now they have an older cousin, this guy named Frankie, right? And the older cousin was like 12 years old, and I'm like 9.
8.
Yeah, and so the guy's like he's huge. And they're just like, Frankie's gonna toss Greg like a salad bowl. I'm like, I don't want to.
I like how there was water cooler talk.
I'm like, I don't want to fight Frankie. I just want to. I thought we were chilling, baby. I thought we was friends. Now I come downstairs, your dad's fighting everyone. So now I'm fighting this 12-year-old in a den at a
You're
birthday.
9 at this age.
Yeah, we're
Surrounded, and he made us all animal-like because we were surrounding them, right? Like there's like 12 of us. We're all surrounding. We're watching
I'm
the
literally
fight.
in a guinea.
So no one could like run away, right? They had like a push circle.
Yeah.
So.
No push circle. Just fucking.
no.
It looked like Fight Club.
It looked like a Fight Club. I'm in a guinea tee with Stone Cold Steve Austin pajama pants.
Yeah.
And this guy Frankie, all of a sudden he takes off his shirt and like he's like ripped for like a 12-year-old, but like fat but ripped. And everyone's like, "Oh, Greg's gonna get his ass handed to him."
He had the fat birthmark underneath his titties.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
So I just start wailing on the kid. I'm like fucking like just throwing punches. The kid's like, "Ha ha!" And like tries to choke slam me. Literally tries to grab my grab my throat like an old man.
That was his first move. It looks
That was
like.
his first move. That's where I get the joke from. Tries to do it. I grab his arm, and I guess I could have been I don't think I could have been a UFC fighter, but I knew I was doing it at 9 years old. I put him like in an arm lock, and now I got the guy in a submission, and he starts crying. This big 12-year-old starts crying. He's like, ah! And the guy Doug, the stepfather, goes, "Do you tap? Do you tap?" in his face.
Do you getting something to that boy if you tap right now?
He's like, "Do you tap?" And the guy Frankie's like, "Yes." And the guy Doug's pussy. So now I fight another kid, right? This like now
It was like a gauntlet.
it was like
Yes,
gauntlet,
yes.
yes. I fight another kid. I destroy him. Like no,
Greg, how you feeling? You got another one in you? All right, bring out the next guy.
no contest. Destroy him. Now finally, I gotta fight their older brother. This guy.
Oh, the older brother was always OP. He was always overpowered.
Right.
He's like 26-year-old fighting 9-year-old.
This was the guy who shoved me and I punched in the face initially.
We're gonna talk about Joe. Right?
Joe.
Yeah.
So I had to fight him, and all of a sudden, right, he's kicking me like full on fucking kicks, like MMA fucking style in the belly.
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out of breath. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, come on. Now I'm pissed. I'm like, come on, pussy. Come on. And he's just kicking the shit out of me. And the guy Doug's like, ha 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 ha. And he kicked me so hard, and I was like, all right, I'm done. And they were like, winner, Joe. And now all of a sudden, the guy Jess gets jealous. He runs after the guy Joe. And now they're fucking fighting. The guy Frankie interferes. And now the guy Doug's like, help my boys! The guy Frankie. It's mayhem.
Did you guys at least get a pie or something?
No, we went to bed afterwards.
All right, boys, you guys put on a good show. You can eat now.
The next morning, the guy Doug goes, "Who's ready for pancakes?" I'm like, "I want to go.
I have a pounding headache from this.
I gotta go."
You got Tylenol? Crack some Tylenol?
Came down with a chef hat. And now he's like a perfect dad. He's like, who wants pancakes? How do you like yours with chocolate chip?
Mind grinding up some Advil in mine? Fuck. Took a beating.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, this.
Oh man.
There he is.
Oh,
There
man.
he is.
Well, we take a fast break.
This is
Regroup.
Papa Zola.
We'll take a fast break. We're gonna regroup.
Fast break. What's going on, man?
Let's do it.
We're doing it.
I want to do it. I want to. We're on.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're on.
back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Back. You guys hear about Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Oh, no. I heard briefly. But
I heard briefly too. What's the deal?
I would like to hear the juice on it. You guys give a good
Cuba
squeeze.
Gooding Jr.
Yeah. What happened? He's groping women, right?
Yeah, I watched the video.
Oh, there's video of it?
Yeah,
What it look
Grabbing
like?
the pussy.
it's like a surveillance video.
Let me ask you a question. Did he scream, "Show me the money" beforehand? Is that what he said?
Show me the money
Show
shot.
me your money.
No, he actually yelled, "This is for Sled Dog."
Snow dogs.
Snow Dog.
Snow Dogs 2.
Does he grope and when he gets caught he pretends he's radio? He's like, oh no, he's just a retarded guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. Wait, yeah.
Ed Harris comes out of nowhere trying to defend him. He doesn't know any better.
He's like, after he groped that woman, we gave him Burger King.
Ice cream.
The cops,
Locks the Whopper.
the cops brought him in and were like, maybe this type of behavior is appropriate on boat trip. But
But you know, not for nothing, he could get away with it. I mean, he played the most notorious getawayer as O.J. Simpson.
Right.
Yes.
OJ said, back in my day, now when we could grope bitches, we could cut their heads off.
Yeah, I heard he was in
And
court.
blame the Jew.
and get away with it.
I heard he was in court, and the judge asked him, "Why'd you do this?" I go, "No, it wasn't me. It was Doughboy. It was all Doughboy."
This whole business to show how deep we could go into Cuban Gooding Jr.'s filmography.
he made a lot of movies.
He did. And, well,
He's
he's
all-
such a 50-50. Like some are like okay, and then some like sled
Yeah.
Snow Dogs. But like, I don't know.
He's all fucked up in
Snow
the video,
Dogs,
though.
yeah.
He's all drunk.
Is he really?
yeah, he's wasted.
Does
all
he call
money,
his
too.
Does he call his dick the Cuban cigar?
Cuban cigarettes.
Cuba even better, Junior?
Snow Dogs. Now Snow Dogs for him is when he puts a line on his Pomeranian and does a blow of coke.
A blow of coke.
Blow of coke, whatever. I don't know.
Snort.
I'm family man. I don't know what you degenerates call it.
He was groping the woman because on boat trip he was trying to prove he wasn't gay.
Snow Dogs is just what he calls white women. actually.
Well, it's like, your tits remind me of Horatio Sands' tits.
Sadly, I'm looking him up on IMDb. I got to find out more movie punk.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's about it.
Not the biggest Cuba fan.
He was he was in Rat Race, and he also calls it the guy that fucking ratted on him.
Okay.
Oh, he
Man of honor. He
he
was a
was-
man of honor. He's
He's not an honorable man.
Well, he's not. Yeah, this is not a man of honor. Am I right, guys?
this took place on a Sunday, any given Sunday. Oh wait, that's Jimmy Fox. I'm sorry. You know the old one. Yeah.
I think he pretended to be blind, like he was Ray or something.
Yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr. Yeah, what a filthy pervert, right? And he was, and the
He was also on American Horror Story.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Was he?
I think it was like the last.
probably played a
the
rapist.
last
And the
season.
episode was called "Oh Look Who's Moving into the
So
Neighborhood."
no, he was like,
There goes the property value.
oh
like,
the
you know,
Goodings,
not the last season of American, like the
last
not
He's changing
not
apartments.
the last
he's Cuba
season, like
moving,
the one
Junior.
before. He was.
Yo, bro, not for nothing. That's mad funny.
He played. He played.
I love.
Oh wait, guys, he's actually because he's like Bill Cosby, so he's Cuba Pudding Jr. Yeah, that is like
Pudding and pop.
Cuba
so.
put in his hands where they don't belong.
Can I ask you a question? You have a butter knife? I'm sorry.
I think it's everything but a knife.
Oh wait.
Back to Cuba. What's going on?
Cuba
There's a lot of layers to
Junior.
this podcast. Like an onion.
Man, so you know my toothbrush broke recently. Now it's just a regular toothbrush.
Hey, zombie! That's finally yes! Fucking finally!
That's right.
This is a historic podcast episode.
Get it, zombie.
Historic episode, right?
All you needed was the council to be on your side.
You know what it is? It hurts more when he says it because he's done this in the past with Sal,
Oh yeah.
and it hurts when Zombie picks on people.
Because you know, zombie, you're a nice guy, so for you to not like someone, it like cuts deep. It's like, wow.
I'm just a victim of bad influence.
We're all,
Now I feel like zombie, like when he's cleaning out like the classrooms at work. He's like writing like in his like roast jokes for the kids on the board.
Probably draws dicks in their notebooks.
The kids draw enough dicks on their desks as it is.
I used to do that. I used to like get my textbooks and like
I'm always rubbing them out, you know.
my favorite thing was to get your textbook, like your math textbook, and then like on page like 90 because you won't get to it, and just draw like the biggest tits or whatever.
You know what's the most fucked up thing I ever did?
What
With a textbook. I had a CD.
Did you jizz in a textbook? Because I've done that.
I guess it wasn't that fucked up.
Yeah.
Do what?
I had a
I
CD.
jerked off in a textbook. And, I was a junior in high school, and I jerked off in a textbook and thought it would be so funny. I left a little bit of cum, like not.
I put
can't
a
make it
CD
obvious.
book, and when I was religious, I go,
Oh yeah,
"Hail Satan!"
Did you really do that? Yeah, that's cool.
I wrote it on there.
Yeah, to me, you're an amateur, but like whatever.
In the history
Compared to
books
you.
for World War II, I would put little Hitler mustaches on all the no, but on all the good people, like on FDR. I would put like who really won the war now?
I thought you said good people.
Did you pick on the Jews back in junior high school?
There's just one smelly Jew that we all mutually picked. There's no anti-Semitism in my high school. It was just the one smelly Jew.
Can
that
I
was
ask you
like
a question?
The jobber, yeah.
The smelly Jew, was he poor?
He surprisingly he wasn't poor.
Oh, okay.
He had poor hygiene, but he actually came from a family of lawyers.
Because our Juden that we make fun of, he was the only Jew that was poor,
Dirt poor.
and it would be so funny to make fun of him.
He was,
he's actually the drummer of a band out here.
Which band?
What's the name of that band?
I'm really hip to the music.
I don't know. but
Take Two.
His
I think?
name is Harris.
Yeah. I
Last
don't want to
name
give away.
Harris. I don't
Oh,
think
David Harris.
I don't want to say his first and last name. But you know
What
what?
you just did?
David Harris of Take Two playing at his Play Sports Bar this Saturday.
It could be a black guy too.
Yeah, dude.
Could have been the first round pick for the New York Jets.
Actually, I went to high school with a kid, and so people used to make fun of my name because like whatever who's saying whatever.
Yeah,
But
of
there was
course.
a kid that used to like join in, and his name was David Hanukkah. I'm not kidding. His name was David Hanukkah.
Yeah, what a lame name Farouk Hussein is.
Yeah, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Fuck you, Hanukkah.
You sound like an Adam Sandler parody cartoon.
It'd be really funny if Hanukkah sat next to some guy named like fucking Chris Christmas.
Who only sat next
One of the most disgusting.
to Randy Ramadan.
Kevin Kwanzaa.
All the usual suspects, the old holiday boys.
One of the most disgusting things I ever seen was my friend slapped this guy David Harris. Right? He slapped him and he goes, "Jew, get in the chamber," and then smacked him. And I was like, "Oh my god, that's too far." And like the teacher heard and saw this and did nothing about it.
He said,
Teachers really don't give a shit though. Like,
No.
I'll be honest, we went like we were supposed to be like an international school, whatever.
Yeah.
But we were like probably the most racist school.
Sure.
possible. Like,
Yeah,
we
probably.
were so bad. We
Well,
were.
of course,
I'm
everyone
telling
you
you,
hated is in
because
the
you're-
same room.
in
bunch of
AP
elitists.
calculus, in AP calculus, like there wasn't a lot of kids, right? Because my school was dumb, and like there's a couple of like maybe like 6-7 students, and there's one kid, Justin Friedman. Right. He made replica
Dick
of the
Friedman.
Twin Towers.
I'm gonna look him up. Hold on
He-
Facebook. I'm
Yeah,
gonna troll this kid right now. You fuck with my boy, bro.
he would make replicas of the Twin Towers, and then the other students would make paper planes and try to knock down the towers. And when they wouldn't fall, they'd boo me. Like, what the fuck?
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious. Like, at the time, I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm so angry. Now with that thing, that's pretty fucking funny.
There was this kid Hamdi. His name was Hamdi, and like in 7th grade, when the Jewish guy moved out of our 8th grade, the Jewish guy was moved out of our class because I guess his mother complained that he was getting bullied. So I started picking on this guy Hamdi, and this guy Hamdi punched me in the stomach. I was like, "All right, you win, bro. I'll never make fun of you again." And then him and I cheated on every science test. He got me past 8th grade science.
You know what's funny about? I'm just thinking about the two Jewish people in my school. the two
Where'd
Jew
you go
fellas.
again?
I went to Petrides.
Oh,
But I
okay.
went there from it's one of those like K through 12 schools.
Right,
I
yeah,
went
yeah.
there from middle school to high
but your school didn't call them Jews; they called them hall monitors.
We called them diversity submissions. No, so there's one kid. His name was, let's say, call him Jake Farbowitz. We used to call them fart whips. Kids, kids just the most creative creatures. So we had Jake Fart Whips, and his friend was Russell Gordon. And Russell was the kid who was the Jew that we all beat up. But not because he was Jewish. He smelled, but he was dirty out of principle because his parents are both lawyers. They're both really affluential.
You mean literally dirty or figuratively dirty?
No, actually.
Okay. All right.
Poor hygiene.
Oh, okay.
Very skeevy person.
Because he's the parent. Parents are lawyers.
But the thing is, they were lawyers, but they always had cases, so they never really took care of their kids. They were just like, "Yo, here's $50, do whatever." And he would never buy food. He would buy like fucking whatever. I guess what was the porn account to get in like the 90s or the early 2000s before browsers. I guess what would you pay for like Jen and Jen?
Bang Bros. Bang Bros.
Before
I guess when they were the mom and pop, but he would spend his money on like
MILF Hunter. You guys remember?
Yeah, MILF Hunter.
Yeah,
One of those.
of course.
He would get money for like soap and food, and he would just.
I remember the Jew Hunter even better. Some Inglorious Bastards.
go on.
So anyway, this kid, he was filthy, but like he had all the advantages of a rich kid. He chose
filth.
He chose filth. So
You want to be dirty?
We turned him into the jobber of the gym class. So like anytime like we would see like a new wrestler, like, oh yeah, you see the Chris Jericho match, go those walls of Jericho. Like, think I could do it on fart whips and rust? So we would like feign friendship with them and just return to like practice wrestling moves on them. Like, oh, you see Brock Lesnar, that F5, but you can't fucking whip fart whips into the gym locker.
Put fart whips in the Boston Crab.
Yeah, we'd be like, hey guys, you want to sit at the lunch table? But we got to Stone Cold Stunner you through this table. Like we usually.
It would be great if you put him in Chris Jericho submission. And you call the walls of Jericho.
And then we relocate him to another place to do the submission.
I'm just really glad to have friends.
There was this other kid. There was a gay kid. He wasn't out of the closet. And this was 8th grade. He wasn't out of the closet. So we couldn't pick on.
This is 2001.
We couldn't pick on the Arab kid, but we made the Arab kid our friend. So we made the Arab kid pick on the gay kid.
Yeah.
And
he had no problem with that.
That's culture. That's what
my parents never been so proud of me.
My parents give me a protractor to cut off gay kid's head.
Listen. You let the effeminate man drive in this country.
You let them take math class?
So this gay kid, he was also Spanish, and but this gay kid was a tough little bastard.
Yeah.
He first fought this other Spanish kid who might have been
Fucked him up.
Oh,
No, I was correcting you. He's like, he fucked this kid.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you
That's how
did.
the AIDS spread in New York.
No, I said he fought him.
Not as Egbert.
Egbert. They fucking an Egbert.
Yeah, so he fought this other
The gay kid.
Yeah, the gay kid fought this other Spanish
In
kid.
math class.
Fucked him up, like just smacked him around, and then he fought my friend. Oh, Kakuza. He fought Kakuza.
My boy.
We have me and the three of us have a mutual friend named Chris Kakuza. Long story. No longer friends.
Another
Maybe
time,
because of this
another
reason.
podcast.
Long story, bad breath.
He fought this kid Kakuza. And the gay kid just smacked the shit out of Chris. Just smacked him around. So then, because he did this to Chris, me, Rob, this kid Hamdi, the Arab kid, and my other friend who slapped the Jew a year before then, we all now had to fight this gay kid, and we had a 3-day in gym class. Like we had a 3-day just fucking battle with this kid where like it started from gym, right, where we would walk into gym class and the teacher would be like in the locker room and we would just shove him down, and he was a tough little bastard. He would get up and just start like smacking us and we're like dodging him. I'm like hitting him and he would just not go down. So that was from gym class, and then in the hallway we grabbed him, pull his book bag over his head, and we just like smack him in the head. And like he just would not fucking go down.
Tough little Fanu.
He was a master of escape.
Days in a row.
He's been escaping his sexuality his whole life.
On the Friday, we were just fucking so frustrated. We were like, this other kid we were hanging out with, like, listen, we can't just fight him. Go ahead, go fight him. And then he's like, I'll fucking fight him. And he just like takes
I hate faggots. I'll fight him, yeah.
Ain't right.
it ain't
natural. God made Adam and Eve. Not Adam and Steve. I'll fight them, yeah.
He turns around.
And you're like, aren't you Arab? Why are you fucking white?
No, ma.
He even turns around. He's like, fuck, I'm gonna fuck you up, faggot. And the gay guy just wipes the floor with him. This guy, he
So
was.
you guys had like a gay ringer. This kid was just roughing everyone
Oh, he
up.
fucked everyone. He was so gay.
He's the
so-
toughest.
You know why? No one was afraid to really go all out and hit him because if that blood got on.
You weren't there, man.
Here's the thing, though. He fought like a girl. Like, he wasn't like a guy who was
it was a secret
He was like, I'm gonna fucking hit you. And like, he would just like go like this to him.
He fought like a girl. He made you develop eating disorder. You fat Gregory.
There was
he did call Greg a fat fuck.
and also in 8th grade. So that was Kakuza's first fight. Okay,
it's
for the people who are listening and don't know who Chris Kakuza is, no one does. Okay, it's not like a thing.
boy.
He's not a popular guy. He's a mutual friend of
He's off the grid.
He's off the grid. You'll never know this guy, but he was my friend in seventh, 8th grade, and in 7th grade again because the Jew left. We needed someone to pick on, so Kakuza was that guy for us. But in 7th grade, the
He was
reason why
little and weak.
he was little weak.
His 11 was like a lanky little Gumby, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he was so little and weak. But so me and Rob, what we used to do is, and we were always two little trolls. And during lunch, we would turn around to someone and go, "Hey, that guy just called you a fag," and the guy would be like, "Who called me a fag?" I'd be like, "That guy there," and then we'd like start arguing. So we would start fights like two little catty bitches. Yeah. So
And then
Did you go to school with the Three Stooges like that? He called you a fag. Well, where is it?
Who's on first period?
all it took.
But we,
No written
It
proof.
was a wacky
nothing.
place.
but that was the beauty of it. You would step back and then watch all the madness unfold.
It was great. It was great. So
All it takes is a little push.
That's right, chess pieces.
there was this little kid, like this little fat kid named Nelson Ortega, and he looked like a Nelson Ortega, little and fat,
Round, brown, and
Yeah,
color,
oh
right?
yeah. No brown, white skin.
a little Swedish meatball.
Yeah.
And one time
He looked like an uncooked chicken meatball. Yeah.
we turned to this
I like
guy.
mine with extra gravy.
We turned to this kid Nelson. We're like, "Hey Nelson, Chris Kakuza just called you a fucking faggot," and he's like, "Okay, well tell him I want to fight him after school." And we're like, "Well, maybe you should just call him a faggot back." Or something.
That's why I jumped the shark, you guys.
And he's like, "No, I'm gonna fuck him up." And we're like, "Are you serious?"
Are you
He's like, I'm dead serious. Get him over. Get him
I
over
can
here.
totally take him.
He's like, we're like. He's like, get him over here. So we're like, "Chris, come over here. Nelson has something to tell you." And he goes, "Me, you, after school." And Chris is like, "Well, I have, like he made like an excuse.
I have practice.
I have like karate practice." And we're like, "Okay, maybe Monday."
Like scheduling.
Now I love this idea.
You pencil me in for an after-school fight, guys?
So I go. You know what? Chris, you're gonna fight on Monday. And Nelson's like, "Don't show up to Monday. Don't show up to school Monday. To fuck you up." So we're like, "Chris, do you think you could take Nelson?" And now Chris is a fucking idiot, and he's just like, "Yeah, I could fucking take him." We're like, "I don't think he could."
At this point, you say he hasn't fought anyone ever.
You know what I love about like school fights and like because they would tell you like don't show up to school Monday like you had a choice like
This was
like you could be like Mom, I'm not going today, I'm gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, you better fake a tummy
Make
ache.
you chicken soup. Pussy.
This was pre Chris versus the gay guy. This is his first fight of the year in 8th grade. So he turns around. He's like, "I can fuck him up." We're like, "I don't think he could," but we're gonna see. So the next day, so Nelson agrees. So the fight is gonna happen Monday, right? Yeah. So the next day on the Saturday, Chris never fought in his life, not once. And we had a little street gang when we were kids. We called it Busters,
Right.
and all the Busters got into fights.
Oh, the bastard.
Because we were like the little rascals.
You couldn't be a buster if you hadn't gotten into a fight.
So,
bunch.
the people I was talking about earlier, Athene, Jess,
Yeah.
and Joe,
Oh, they're all busters?
all Busters.
Oh, sorry for any disrespect I should have there.
So we grabbed Chris Kakuza the next day on a Saturday, and we're like, Chris, we're going to train you to fight. Now, here's the thing. This guy Nelson is 4'2", and Chris was maybe 5 foot at the time. It was a big,
solid center of gravity.
big eighth grader. So we're like, Chris, what you do is when you fight, you throw 2 punches and you duck. Like classic.
Jab, jab.
Bob and
duck.
weave.
That's
Bob
what
and
we
weave.
did.
Jab,
And look
duck.
at him, he's shaking.
Now the issue here is that Chris is 5 foot, Nelson's 4'2". So if he ducks,
Nelson can't float like a butterfly, but he's shaped like a bee.
You gotta say that. We gotta put mine in the chamber.
so here's the thing: is that if he's ducking, he's giving Nelson a reach to actually punch him in the face. So we give him this what's it called? This knowledge, and now throughout the entire Saturday, we're like training him like he's Rocky. Like he's hitting my friend's speed.
We were
bag.
filming it.
You're making him eat raw eggs.
He was cutting promos. We were filming it. He's like, Nelson, I'm gonna fuck you up on Monday.
There was no
Steiner, man.
Yeah, there was no internet back then, so we couldn't even send it. It was
There's
just
no internet
It's for
or
my
anything.
personal collection.
So we're just telling him all this advice. So Monday comes around, and Rob and I didn't go to school that day because we had a tummy ache. So we started this whole thing, right? So we didn't go to school. And I was like, I wanted to know who won the fight. So I called my friend up like at 8:00 at night. I'm like, hey, who won the fight?
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, Chris got beat up bad. Next day, I go to school, and Chris has like a black eye, and the guy Nelson is just sitting there like a king. Girls are going up to him, and Chris is just like,
Stroking his fat
So,
muscles.
so I turned to one of the guys in my class. I'm like, hey, what happened? How did Chris lose? He's like, yeah, he did this really strange thing. He kept punching over Nelson's head and ducking. And Nelson kept punching him, and then Chris would stand back up, punch the air, and duck again. And the guy goes, it's almost like he doesn't know how to fight at all.
I don't know where he would have gotten that advice from. So when you gave Chris this advice, he didn't account for like height, like that he was supposed to aim for the face.
He was an idiot.
And he deserved to get beat
If
up.
someone's shorter than me, I'm not ducking. Like I'm just staying a foot away. That's
Yeah.
We're at an hour. We'll wrap up and do another one.
Yeah, we'll do another
Wrap it up.
Do another hour. Yeah. You
I
guys
just want to dedicate this episode to John Zombie for nailing his first joke.
nailing.
You missed. We had this hot segment. I'm going to make John Zombie money. He's going to have fellas come in here, pick a figurine, and they're going to come on them. See, Farouk laughed because he knows that's a thing, right? I'm not the only weird guy who knows people come on figurines.
Okay.
Hear that? That's the sweet sound of Minute Maid slushies at McDonald's, turning up your summer with every sip, slurp, and ah.
Get a small sweet peach, blue raspberry, or fruit punch slushie for just $2. Or get any size soft drink for $1. Price and participation may vary. Limited time only. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Yo, if we go to 7-Eleven right now, we can be back in time for the game.
I don't know, man. I don't want to miss kickoff.
Okay, but Gatorade is 2 for $2.50 when I use my 7-Eleven app.
Dude, but kickoff.
But how are we going to stay on top of our game while watching this game if we're not on that 7-Eleven game?
I don't know how.
Keep up, dude. 2 for $2.50 Gatorade with my 7-Eleven app.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, I'm feeling you now.
Thank you.
7-Eleven. Be game day ready. Plus tax where applicable. Valid at participating locations.